All right, boys and girls, welcome back for a remix. It was brought to my attention that in the video that I made for this, the graphing calculator has changed a little bit, so I'm going to remake this video. Okay, this is a great question. This is honestly way more modern day math than we usually do. So typically in algebra, we give you some equation that we made up, and then we ask you to tell us about it. Here, we're giving you points and asking you to come up with the equation. That is a very, very popular and common endeavor today in math, and you're going to do all of this in your graphing calculator. So we access this by going to Stat, and then we're going to edit our list. So we hit Edit. Oh man, I already have some of this in here, but they're different. So, Avi, would you mind reading off these male ages for me as I change them?
In 1970, it's 68.5.
Just give me that number, 68.5. Next.
70.3.
Okay, next.
71.5. 72.9.
Stop. Go.
73.6. 74.5. And 76.2.
Thank you, Avi. Can you now read me the female ages by year?
75. 76.7. 77.2. 78.2. 78.4. 78.7. 79.4.
Okay, so you have to type them in right. But once we have them, we're going to do what's called a linear regression. So you go back to Stat, and then you go over to Calculate. Now, this is where the other video was wrong. I said to hit 3. A lot of people have been hitting mid, which has got to be just giving it the median of both. And so it's off by a little bit. We need to use this linear regression. And then once you go into Unit 4, in Unit 4, you'll be doing a quadratic regression. So we're going to be doing this throughout the year. So I hit 3, and notice it's the X variables are L1, that's years. The Y variable is L2, that was men, age of the men. So now we just go down and hit calculate, and now it gives us the best line for our data. The slope is 0.238, which rounds to 0.24, and the y-intercept is 68.98. Okay. Interesting. All right, now to do the equation for the females, I go Stat, Calculate, Linear Regression, but now I need to change this list to the female list, which is in there under list 3. So there's L3 down. Oh, they're not even on here, but I got to hit second 3. You'll see L3 on your calculator if you look at that. Go down to Calculate. And here you see, there you go, 0.131 is our slope, 75.8686 is our y-intercept. Now, when will men and women live to be the same age? I can do that in my graphing calculator. You can do this without your graphing calculator. You simply just set this one equals this one, but let me show you how to do it in your graphing calculator. 0.24x plus 68, 0.98, I think it was 98. I can't see it. And then 0.131x plus 75 what is it, 686? Now, when I graph it, nothing's going to show up because my graphing goes up to 10. So now I want to show you how to change your window on your own. So if I go to Window, I need the years. I don't know, the men might not live to be as long as women ever. So I'm going to give it at least 200 years to look ahead into the future. And then Y is representing the age of men and women. Well, it only goes up to 10. That's not old enough. So I'm going to put 120 because I really don't think men will ever live to be the same on average. All right, there we go. Now I can see them. So all of the magic is in calculate. Second, calculate. Which one you think I want to do? This is the time where you talk. Thank you. Intersect. Once again, I got to get left of my answer and hit enter. And then right of my answer and hit enter. Would you like for me to take a guess? Yup. 61.5 years later, men and women will both live to be 83.7 years old. And notice 61.5 rounds up to 62, and 62 years after 1970 is 2032. All right, you guys can get started.